Hey everybody, it's Wargod here, Kevin, Wargod 60 actually. So this is going to be a big update. I'm going to try to get through these as quick as I can. It's all vinyl and I mean it's a big stack. Apologize for not getting some of these on a little while ago, but I've just been so damn busy that finally this Labor Day I've had time to do a video. So without further ado, we'll get started. First up, what's playing is Vansvidr out of Iceland. Kind of a hard rock band, very good stuff. So, I mean, you got to check the cover out here. It opens up into kind of like a poster, sort of. But good stuff here. So yeah, good stuff here. I just got this here a couple days ago. Finally got a chance to hear this. So anyway, that's what we have so far. So anyway, let's get started. This is going to take a little bit of time. I'm going to try, like I say, I'm going to try to get through these as quick as I can. Some of these you'll probably know, and some of them you may not. First up is a 7-inch I picked up for Rock and Roll. UFO Prince Kajuku. The Coming of Prince Kajuku. This is an original 7-inch. And then over at Laser's Edge, I picked up this 10-inch Jessen the Ancient ones out of Finland, kind of a new Psych album, actually, from this band, put out by Savart. Now back to the 12-inch. This one I've wanted for quite some time. I've just never been able to find it. I picked this up. Where the heck did I pick this up at? I'm not even sure. Might have been over at Rock and Roll. Band called Headbanger. First to Fight. And this came out in 2017. Trying to think of the song that I heard that really kind of grabbed me. I don't know if it's on this one or not. This is on Diabolic Might Records. Some Headbanger. And then a band also on the Diabolic Might Records, a band called Tantrum, Melted Down. Good stuff here. And then I picked up also at Rock and Roll, a band called Midnight, Into the Night. Then I picked up, I think this is my second album from these guys. This is our OG band called Killer. I think it must be their self-titled, I believe. It's on the Bellophone label. And but anyway, band called Killer. Some heavy metal here. Then I picked up some more Heavy Load, Metal Conquest, also from Rock and Roll. This is called, yeah, Metal Conquest, so Swedish heavy metal. And then I picked up Shock Tactics from Samson, also over at Rockadrome. This is originally, I believe, let's see here, came out in 1981, of course, new wave of British heavy metal band, of course, with Bruce on here, so good stuff here. Then I picked up this this Riot radio sampler. Not for sale, I don't know if you can see that. This has Born in America 1 and 2. So I was happy to pick up some more Riot stuff. And also picked up Riot remixed, edited live version of Riot. And this has, let's see here, we'll pull this out. So here's the front, here's the back. Of course it has Outlaw and Rock City. Of course Outlaw's the remixed and Rock City is the live version. Of course, off Fire Down Under, one of my favorite Riot albums. Sometimes. There we go. So yeah, some more Riot. And I also picked up over at Rockadrome was Mekong Delta, some thrash on ARG Records. A lot of these are OGs. And then I picked up also over there a band called Three Man Army 3. And this consists of Paul Gervitz, Adrian Gervitz, and Tony Newman. Of course, if you're not familiar with the Gervitz, of course they played in the Baker Gervitz Army with Ginger Baker. Of course, Elation Encounter from Baker Gervitz Army is one of my favorite ones. The self-titled one is good. Hearts on Fire is good. So anyway, I picked up Three Man Army. This is released in 2004. I also picked up this Motorhead. Beer Drinkers on, let's see, which one is this? Let's see here. Let's see here. Anyway, it's got 4 tracks: Beer Drinkers, On Patrol, Instro, and Witch Doctor. Come out in 77. It's on the Big Beat label. It's a blue vinyl. Made in the UK. And then I picked up, I've been wanting to get these for some time. I mean, these have been over there for a number of years. I just picked up the new one from this band. I think the first new album in, God, must be a couple of decades anyway. Picked up Anthem self-titled over at Rockadrome. This came out in 1985 on King Records. Of course, I do, the other one is up here, the new one, and a very good new album called Nucleus. They also picked up Anthem, Bound to Break, great Japanese heavy metal. This one came out in '87. Then I picked up a band from 1975. This is a rare album. The band was called Sleaze from 1975. It's on, actually was re-released in 2012. So this has 5 tracks. So some 70s hard rock from Sleaze. And then from, this is Rock's Records. Might be Boone's Overstock, I believe. These two. This one might have came from, this one might have came from Rock's. I can't remember anyway. Some Heretic in Time of Crisis. Then I picked up Deliverance, Weapons of Our Warfare. Then I picked up, in combination with Mass, I picked up Red Sea, Blood from Rock's Records. This came from Shadow Kingdom, band called Secutor, and their second album, Stained Defiant. This is also on Diabolic Might Records. And then I've picked up Hammerfall Dominion. Good album here. I mean, they stay consistent to who they are and what they do, and always put out good quality metal. And this one is no different. And then I picked up some Danish doom metal from a band called Altar of Oblivion and the Seven Spirits. Let's see, it is Danish heavy metal doom, big choruses and memorable riffs for fans of Merciful Fate and Candlemass. Let's see here. Anyway, some Altar of Oblivion. This was released, I believe, let's see, released by Shadow Kingdom. It was released, I believe, 2018. And then I picked up, I didn't have this one, picked up Adoro Forever Warriors. Gatefold edition, black, or she stays true to her style as well.
Looking for wonders that makes you aware of the grace.
And I showed you a CD and on one other update. I also this is a bundle pack, Deliverance Reading of Death. Great thrash. And this is the first album on vinyl from this group. I kind of waited for it to come down in price. Finally did. Of course, this has Pete A. Hohen on guitars, and I'm talking about Burning Point, Feeding the Flames. Let's see here. Like I say, this was just released this year, in fact. So I finally picked it up. Came down in price. And then I picked up more stuff over at Wargods. This is one of the first bands with Hank Sherman, some Fate. A Matter of Attitude came out in originally, let's see. Let's see. (1986) this came out. Hank Sherman. Later to go on to Merciful Fate. Then I picked up also over there another High Spirit out of Chicago, another new wave of traditional heavy metal band. I think they have 5 albums out now. Of course, this one was released in 2014, so. And then another Heavy Load, Full Speed at High Level. Great album. This is a gatefold. It is a very high gloss cover. I picked up 3 over there at Wargods. So I don't know if they're even still available. They might be. Like I say, you got to be quick with a lot of these over there. If you don't get them when you right away, they're gone. And this was from these 2 were from Vinyl Giant a couple weeks ago. I went down. Picked up a bunch of stuff. These are 2 bands out of Australia. First one is a band called Cold Chisel and their album East. This came out in 1982. Just some rock. And the other one is a band called Dragon and their album. Let's see here. I think it's. Oh, Zombazy. Zombazy is the name of the album. It's on the Portrait label. This is a Australian pressing. (1978). These last 2 I showed you were part of a record collection this guy brought in. 1,100 albums he brought in. And every one I bought there were covers are damn near mint condition. The vinyls are in VG plus to almost mint. So the guy took care of his stuff. And then this I bought over at Discogs. It's on the Metalworks Records label. This came out in 1983, a band called Crisis. hard as rock. I seen King Fowley praise this album over on Facebook in one of his posts, so I was curious, so I went over to Discogs and searched for it, and it was over there for a fairly decent price, so I picked it up. Just on black vinyl. This is an OG pressing. Then I picked up a bunch more Status Quo. This one just came in last week. This is on EMI. This is an 82 release. But let's see here. No, this is actually was released in 2010. Or let's see here. It's been released twice, 2010 and 2017. Status Quo live at the NEC. It is a 3-record set. I believe that. Let's see here. Anyway, Status Quo. Huge Status Quo fan. And this I picked up over at Rock and Roll. This is a French pressing. This is produced by Ricky Medlock. The band is called Warp Drive. The album Gimme Gimme. It's on the Music for Nations label. I'm sure Andy would know something about this one. Another rock and roll pickup, band called Black Task, and the album Long After Midnight. This was made in France. I don't see a year. Anyway, it's a Black Task. Gotta glue the bottom up. Black Task. And then also from Rock and Roll, some Chiron from Made in Aluminum on the Steam Hammer label. Came out in '86. And I think you can see the Steam Hammer label there. So, good stuff here. So, some Chiron. And then a band called Task Force, Forbidden Fruit. Limited to 500 on the Nightlight Records label. These guys are out of Canada. The 70s release. In the 70s, I should say. And then also from Rockadrome, a band called World Below, and the album Maelstrom. It's on Hellion Records. Let's see here on this. Anyway, World Below with Maelstrom. Getting down there a little bit, guys, about halfway through. And then also from Rockadrome, some Satan Jokers and the album Troupeau pour Toi. French, I'm not sure what it means, but French band. And then I picked up these two as well over there for a fairly decent price. Some Wrath and Nothing to Fear. It's like honey being in your reach. The moon looks so sunny to the ones who breathe. How do I get there in my They had two there. I don't think there's any more there, so been wanting to get these on vinyl. And then also picked up Fit of Anger from Wrath, about 86. Sure, that one is about 85. Picked up this as well over there, a band called Genocide, band out of Japan, and the album Black Sanctuary. Come out in 1988. Japan had a lot of killer metal bands over there, still do. Of course, Loudness just released a new album last year. Anthem released a new album. Concerto Moon released a new album. Of course, Concerto Moon is more of a newer Japanese band. God, I'm trying to think of the word. Not symphonic, but neoclassical metal. So here's some Genocide. And then I picked up this as well over at Rockadrome. Some Oxen Killer with Monster of Steel. Came out in 87. These are all on King Classic Records. More straightforward heavy metal. I have this on cassette tape. Been wanting it on vinyl. Finally got it. Some Tattoo and Blood Red. It's on the Metal Blade Records. Came out in 88. Great album. I picked up this. This is a reissue, of course. I have the second one, but I did not have this one. I'm talking about UFO 1. Of course, the original cover is a little bit different than this. But still, you know, I'll take this one. think originally these were released, this one was released 69, 68, right in that era. And then I picked up, not from Rockadrome, but I picked up the new Sacred Reich. Got this last week. Awakening. Haven't had a chance to spin this yet, but picked up this. First album for these guys in like 30 years. Mixed reviews on this. Some like it, some don't. This was an eBay buy. Fairly cheap. Get it out of here. And from the 80s. Definitely got to get it in a different outer sleeve. I hate these outer sleeves here. I used to love them when they first came out back in the 70s and the 80s. But there's a way better sleeves out there nowadays that they will not cloud up like these. They'll stay crystal clear. And that is, you can get those over at Vinyl Storage Solutions out of Canada. Anyway, I picked up Siron Baines, Bringer of Evil. Good stuff here. Cover's in excellent condition. Made in the UK. This I got over at Rockadrome. I've heard things about this. So I picked it up anyway. Band out of the 70s. Band called The Bee's Knees. Released in 78 on Derek Records. Some 70s hard rock. Fairly cheap. You can see it's on the red Derek label. I believe these guys are out of LA back in the day. There's the inner. Just got the lyrics on here. The Bee's Knees. And then I picked up a 12-inch of this Warrior Fighting for the Earth. 2 tracks, 12-inch Fighting for the Earth, and Only the Strong Survive. This I picked up over at, I believe this is over at Shadow Kingdom, band called Fortress, put out by High Roller Records, 2018. Is the Inners. Good stuff here. It is on bright orange.
It's very hard for you to see. I haven't any illusions, I make the conclusions. 'Cause I'm about to leave and to the highest key. Then I'm safe, and it will be my cave.
Fortress. Then I picked up a band called Great Electric Quest. Some heavy metal here on black vinyl. Great Electric Quest, Chapter 2 of the Earth. So, good stuff here. Some good heavy metal. Great Electric Quest. And then I picked up also over at Shadow Kingdom. I believe there are only 1,000 of these pressed, put out by High Rollers. This is an anthology of the band Storm Queen. Raising the Roof, a definitive Storm Queen anthology. And it has this awesome booklet in here, kind of the history of Storm Queen. Looks like they came out in about 1978. It has BBC sessions, the local studio sessions, 1 and 2, 3, and then Storm Queen 2006, put out by High Roller. There's some pictures. Just a great little package here. Highly impressed with this. It's on gray vinyl. High Roller Records. Seems to me it's a little different label than normally you see from High Roller. And of course you have the liner notes. So just a great package here from Storm Queen. The definitive history. I got number 662. Out of 1,000. So yeah, very good stuff here. Some Storm Queen number 662. Let's see what I got here. I got about 7 more guys. And then some stuff from the 70s that I've been buying. This was re-released in 2013. Originally, this was released, I think, in 1975. The band is called Time. Some 70s hard rock, a little progressive rock. And then I picked up a couple more albums from The Litter. This is called Distortions. I believe this originally came out in, I think, 72. It's on Get Hip Archives series label. Litter, 70s Psych. And I had to get this. Originals I see are beat up all to hell. So I just bought a repress of Sweet, the album Fanny Adams. This one was right before Desolation Boulevard. Many consider this probably their heaviest album. Of course it has Set Me Free, No You Don't, Teenage Rampage, Sweet FA, AC/DC, just some classic cuts on there. Band should have been bigger if it wasn't for Brian Conley and his alcohol addiction. They're still out there touring. In fact, trying to think Andy Scott, I believe, is one that's still there with the band, I think. Or is it Steve Priest? Anyway, it's one of them two that are still out there doing Sweet. So, Fanny Adams from Sweet. Got this from High Roller Records. Some kind of some blackened thrash metal from a band called Barbarian. And To No God Shall I Kneel is the album. Gatefold. And it has Barbarian R, Crossburn, Sledgehammer, and Black Stuff. It is on kind of a light blue purple splatter. Limited 400. Blackened traditional metal. I buy a few here and there from there. It's got to be the right stuff for me over there. Good label. Definitely have decent prices over there. Anyway, some Barbarian. Another band from the 70s, only album that was ever put out. It's got a really great definitive history of the band. Some of the founding members still putting out music today. I believe these guys originally were out of the UK, and I'm talking about a band called 5 Day Rain. Rick Sharp was the mainstay of the band. I think this was originally released in '75. But the history of the band is really intriguing. It goes all the way back to the late 60s and how they progressed into this band, and only did one album, progressive rock. And yeah, fascinating stuff. I find it really fascinating how much 70s music is out there that is really unheard, and I love it. I mean, I'm always finding new stuff. This is another one of those bands, 5 Day Rain. And then a band out of the 70s as well. This one I believe came out about 73 maybe. It's called Paul Brett Sage. Paul Brett on guitars, some Psychic hard rock. Whoa. And down the last few, picked up some more Status Quo in the Army now from '86. This is a European pressing. You can easily tell those by how flimsy the covers are. And of course still has Francis Rossi, Rick Parfit, Rhino Edwards. But I find it fascinating when I talk to people that kind of know Status Quo from the early days, and they, you know, I find it funny. They say, "Well, God, it's too bad they never stuck around." Well, they have stuck around. You just got to keep up on these bands, and I just find that funny. You know, supposedly these guys are really heavy fans back in the days, but yet they kind of lost track. So another Status Quo. And then another band out of the 70s, Academy, and the album called Concept. This is one of the hard and heavy bands. It's on Missing Vinyl Records. I believe this is originally released about 72, I believe. 73. I love the cover. And also a band out of the 70s. Good stuff here. Band is called Skin Alley. And the album 2 Quid Deal Band is out of the UK. Kind of like, let's say Edward Broughton, but can't think of the band. But anyway, I got a couple of these Skin Alley albums, just some straight, good hard rock, maybe a little bluesy vibe to it, but good stuff here. Another Litter album, the 100s. Re-released in 1999 on Get Hip Records. I think this originally was 1971 for this album. Psychic hard rock band. Getting down there now, the last one here, guys. A band called String Driven Thing from the 70s as well. This is a gatefold. Released in '72 on the Buddha Records. Love this label. The famous Charisma label. So there you have some string-driven thing. So guys, like I say, it was a long one. Hope you enjoy what I showed you. Comments, leave below. Not sure when I'll have another update. But anyway, take care, and we'll see you next time.